The heroin epidemic here and nationwide is now creating another crisis. When parents are addicted, locked up, or even just going to treatment, what happens to their children? Special correspondent Sheila Gray has tonight's Family 411.
Oh, yay, I get a star.
A simple game of Candyland on the living room floor. Some might take it for granted.
Tell her it's not over yet.
But not Cheryl Chambers. 3 of her 4 foster children came to her because of their mother's 20-year heroin addiction.
The children were not the priority. The drug was the priority.
So I'm guessing then they weren't cared for.
Lived with no utilities, went without food, went without school.
You ready? 8-year-old Deja and 6-year-old twins Keelan and Kaya were finally taken from their mother.
Tens of thousands of children in the U.S. are like Cheryl's, removed from homes where drug abuse is taking place. And a group which monitors adoption and foster care says substance abuse is involved in about 40% of the cases in which parental rights are terminated.
We are so swamped with the child abuse and neglect cases, which these cases all are.
Judge Chris Mailing's family court is just part of a system overwhelmed by addicted parents and their children. There aren't enough treatment facilities where he can send the parents, and not enough foster homes to hold the children.
I feel like a man standing on a beach looking at a tidal wave coming in on him.
Almost 80% of our kids that we're serving have that in their background.
Ron Birch places children with foster and adoptive families through a private Catholic children's home.
We're always full. This past year, when a bed was opening up, we had a kid that was being sometimes placed earlier the same day.
That's extremely expensive for the state and all of us taxpayers.
Judge Mailing says it's a system which needs more beds for foster care and addiction treatment, more mental health services, not just for addicts, but also for the abused kids, and more patience, because most addicts need several tries to beat the addiction. But perhaps the biggest need is for people who are willing to help and love.
My favorite part of the day is when I pick them up and they give you that big old hug, and you say, "Tell me about your day."
Cheryl's children have come a long way in the 2 years she's been mom, and she says they're not the only ones whose lives have changed.
I love you, Keelan. I love you too, baby.
Sheila Gray, Fox 45 News.
These are all symptoms of a society that has no values and is coming apart. Each state has different foster care requirements. We have links to government resources on our website, fox45now.com. Just click on News Links.